What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Happy Friday. You guys always know I don't have any days off, but I don't know why the weekends excite me. I don't know. Excitement happens on the weekends. In any case, I hope you guys had an amazing week. I hope you guys were staying productive. I hope you guys were staying goal-oriented. I hope you guys are staying positive, surrounding yourself with positivity. Today, I want to touch on living. So recently, I have been talking to you guys about fears and things like that and how it can alter the way that you live. And I want to encourage you guys to try to do something that makes you feel alive. Do something that makes you feel bright inside. So for me, sometimes I have moments where I feel dull. And when I say that, I mean like it could be a beautiful day out and I could be sitting at home, but I don't know, my mood is just blah. Like I just feel like I don't want to do anything. I don't want to, I have to struggle extra hard to stay motivated. And I think of something that I like to do that makes me feel alive or makes me feel brighter. So I don't know if I've mentioned this to you before, but I'm into adult coloring books. It sounds crazy. Some of you may or may not understand, but I do believe that the reason that adult coloring books were made were for people who deal with anxiety and mental issues and things like that. And it keeps your mind busy. So for me, I started collecting them probably about, I want to say 3 or 4 years ago. I started getting into them. And I have found tons of them on Amazon. I have found tons of them in Michael's, arts and crafts stores and things like that. I have always been an artsy kind of person. I used to love to paint when I was younger. I swore that I was going to become an artist when I got older. But the funny thing about that is that I grew up to be a hairdresser and a cosmetologist, which it is its own artistry. You are styling someone's hair in your mind. This is your art, right? So my skills and my art mentality came to life when I started doing hair. And I also did nails, and I used to do nail designs, and I used to have girls come to me to do nail designs and things like that. So I've always loved coloring. I loved expressing myself through art, whether it's paint, whether it's crayons, markers, things like that excite me. That's just me. That's my personality. So I collect adult coloring books, and that is one of the things that makes me feel alive again. When I'm having a day where I just don't feel up to doing anything, it's just one of those days where I just get up and I'm like, nope, not today. Nope, nope. It's just a nope kind of day. You know what I mean? And I know we all have them. So sometimes I'll go downstairs and I'll have a cup of coffee and I'll grab a coloring book and I'll just start coloring. And I'll start coloring until I feel like I was fulfilled for the moment. It was almost like one of those things where you have a craving for a little dessert. You don't want a big cake, but maybe you want a cookie, or maybe you want, a little something to nibble on. That's how I feel when I have these moments, and coloring in these adult coloring books does that for me. And these coloring books aren't like regular coloring books. They're very detailed. They really cause you to concentrate, and it does take your mind off of anything that you may be going through mentally that's giving you anxiety or causing your day to be a little dark. Coloring in bright colors and things like that, to me, brightens up my mood. So that makes me feel alive. But there are other ways to be alive. There are other ways to feel like you're living. So for me, when it comes to fears and things like that, I've always had a fear of flying. When I fly, I get nervous and I get anxious. but what makes me feel alive is my destination. I think about where I'm going. I think about the people that I'm going to see. I think about different monuments that I may come across that I've only imagined, or that I've only seen in movies and I've only seen in magazines. For example, when I first moved to New Jersey, and Tyrone and I started dating, he makes fun of me about these things. To him, Philly is like, for us, when I'm from Connecticut, so the city to me is New York City. And when you think of New York City, you think of Times Square, the Empire State Building, and things like that. So it's like, oh, I want to go to Times Square. That's one of those things, right? So out here in Jersey, when they say the city, they mean Philadelphia. That's the city to them. So for me, I have always wanted to go where the love sign is. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but there's a big, it's a sculpture. It's like a little statue, and it has love in red letters. And I've always wanted to go. I've always wanted to see it, and I haven't been yet. But Tyrone makes fun of me about it. He's like, oh my God, I hate the city, the parking, blah, 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 blah. Everything that people, us up in the North area complain about New York City, that's how he feels about Philly. But it's one of those simple little things that make me feel alive. So if I go to Philly and I see, that, or I see, the Rocky statue, or, those little things, I think about that. So, you go to different places and you want to see the monument that is in that place. So, if you have a fear of flying, you're going somewhere, think about where you're going. Let that make you feel alive. Think about the people you're going to see, the places you're going to go, the food you're going to eat. When I went down to Miami last year, what made my flight and my fear go away, number one, is the fact that I was with Tyrone. And being with Tyrone makes me feel safe. I feel safe regardless, because I'm a big person of faith. I believe that as long as you surround yourself with positivity, that's all an inside job. But being with someone that makes you feel secure and safe is such a big plus. So being with him made me feel safe. But then what also made me feel good is the fact that I've always wanted to go to Miami, and I've never been to Miami. I've never been to South Beach. I've never been, to see what the hype is all about. I've only seen these things in movies and magazines, and I never thought I've ever seen Miami. And here I am going down to Miami. The first thing that I wanted to do is go have some Cuban food. And we did that, and I was excited about that. And I think about the palm trees and the beach and things like that, and it makes me feel so alive, and it causes me to be less anxious. So when it comes to your fears, and when it comes to, don't let anything damper you living. Like, you really have to get to a place where you do not let anything keep you away from living your life. No matter what it is, no matter if it's the next town over or a few states away, or no matter what it is, whether it's a job opportunity, they may say no, they may say yes, but you'll never know until you take that opportunity. Live. Go have food that you've never had before. Maybe you've never had Indian food. Maybe you've never had Mediterranean food. Live a little. Go try it out. If you don't like it, oh well. I'm the type of person, when it comes to food, I love food, and I always love at least trying something once. So my biggest thing, I've never had Mediterranean food. I always want to do that. I want to try Indian food. I've never had that. So it's one of those things where when people say live a little, really live a little. Do something that makes you feel like, you're a little nervous about it, but you did it. And be proud of yourself for it. Be extremely proud of yourself for it. So my message today is live your life. Do what makes you happy. No, I'm not telling you to go out there and do something reckless, but live. Don't let anything keep you away from living your best life. Okay? That is the message. Live your best life. Do what makes you happy. Surround yourself with people that make you happy. Be with who makes you happy. Healthy and happy. Go somewhere that makes you happy. Live your best life. with that being said, you guys, have an amazing Friday on purpose. Have a great weekend. If you haven't done so, subscribe to my channel, hit like, share. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you guys can get notified whenever I pop up on your feed. I hope you guys enjoy these motivational videos because I certainly enjoy motivating you guys. I'll see you guys later.